reporters, or if you're new here, welcome newbie. If you like my sweatshirt, there's plenty more like it at realitymerch.com. So you guys, I've been reading Porsha Wililams' new book, The Pursuit of Porsha, just to get a taste of what may or may not be interesting enough to share with you all. And I am now at a chapter, I believe it's chapter 7, sorry for not noting it down, where she talks about her first season filming for the show. And something that really caught my eye in particular was the advice that Nene Leakes had given her in regards to her marriage with Kordell Stewart. Porsha describes herself having a 3-way phone call with Nene and Cynthia after her 265 days a year comment aired on the show, and fans of RHOA were tweeting her, calling her all sorts of dumb, stupid, ignorant, and embarrassment to her grandfather's legacy, etc., etc. And so she described herself as being very distraught by it and saying, and I quote, "I can't do this. I don't want to do this anymore. What is happening? People don't like me and people are calling me names. People are being downright rude." She says that Nene and Cynthia very quickly took on a very big sister mentorship kind of a role in her life, telling her it's okay. It's your first season. Everyone goes through this their first season. That was Nene's advice. And then Cynthia chimed in saying she's right. Everybody goes through this, but Porsha, you're built for this. You can do this. And that's why they picked you. You know how many women would kill for this job? They chose you for a reason. And so Porsha says that, like, you know, these big sister, little sister advice talks would happen quite regularly, particularly with Nene, you know, always being there to calm her down and give her true tea through the ups and downs of filming for the show. And she says, like, unprovoked, out of nowhere one time, Nene told her, and I quote, "You know you and Kordell are going to break up, right?" "Excuse me," I said, completely offended by the suggestion. I didn't care who she was. She wasn't going to sit here and tear down my marriage. "No, seriously, I don't mean any harm, but the show is going to change your marriage. Mark my words. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know, Porsha. Now listen to me. You on the show, right? Their PUSSY game go up. You know how these women be." Nene said of those kinds of women who throw themselves at any man they see on TV. And in the meantime, while he's at work and while he's at the grocery store and while he's with his boys, people are calling him Porsha's husband. It doesn't matter what job he has now because he's no longer on that field. He's losing fame and now you're the star. He ain't gonna like that, and he ain't gonna like you having all this time dedicated to something outside of the house. So Porsha admits that Nene ultimately was right. She says that, you know, at the beginning of her relationship and marriage to Kordell, people were coming up to him, recognizing him as, you know, this star football player, this local celebrity, and asking for photos. And Porsha, as a football player wife, as an NFL wife, would offer to take the photos. She would, you know, always be gracious about it because she knew what she signed up for, getting with someone of that stature, but that she felt like it wasn't reciprocated when it was her time to shine. She says that once people started, waving her down and wanting to take pictures with her, Kordell was never very welcoming of it, and he would whine about it. And she recalls one time where Kordell said that, and I quote, according to Porsha anyway, "There's only one star in this house." And that really disappointed Porsha because she thought that he would respect her a lot more in their marriage if, she started branching out and doing something on her own, especially something on this caliber, as big as being on The Real Housewives. But unfortunately, being on the show had a very dramatically different effect on their marriage, and ultimately, it couldn't weather the storm. They wound up divorcing each other in I think 18 months or 2 years flat. You guys, what do you think about the, unsolicited but very clear, very accurate advice that Nene Leakes had given to Porsha on her first season of the show in regards to her marriage to Kordell Stewart? Would you tell a new friend that her husband is eventually going to be jealous of her and that they will divorce over the show? Or would you kind of just keep that for yourself? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.